Hello, my name is Renee. Welcome to Mother's Wild Heart. This is where I speak about motherhood and mental health, and how it can be so challenging to raise happy, vibrant, fun-loving, adventurous, free-spirited children. Can be very difficult because what it means is that we have to let go of our expectations altogether and invite some chaos for a time being. I wonder how long, maybe 18 years or longer, but nothing will go the way it is planned for a long time. And it's okay, and that's what I'm learning at the moment. So I'm talking today about expectations. My expectations around marriage were so high and unrealistic. We had so many hardships because of my high expectations. And I also have that around parenting my daughter. I thought I was super relaxed. I would say I'm a very relaxed parent, but the things I expect of my daughter may be quite high because she's quite switched on. I see a little girl in her, especially the last few months. The things she understands, I'm amazed. And sometimes I just have this expectation on her that she's, in control of her emotions and stuff, which she's not. And then I'm getting so surprised when we're in a public setting and she has a complete meltdown. And I need more grace and more understanding why she might not be able to regulate her emotions. Maybe she's overwhelmed, but I don't see that. I'm just like, why is she behaving like this? She's almost 2. She hasn't really entered the terrific 2s yet. She's still at the beginning, but I'm always hoping that she's learned. And when I say no to something, I always want her to do that straight away. So it's been interesting a few times now. As I'm like, she did one wrong thing the other day at the market. She threw some crystals in the air, like this in this store with lots of little stones, and she just tossed them through the air. And I was like, oh no, we had to gather them through the grass. I'm sure some get lost. And as I said, oh no, dear, look what happened. They flew through the air. You threw them. Oh no, like I was blah, 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 blah. And then she did it again. And that's when I got a bit more cross because I was like, why would she do it again? She's just realized. And like, I think she knows right from wrong, but like, I just told her you've done something wrong, and then all of a sudden she did it again. So my expectation is that she won't do it again. Once I say no, that's the thing. When I told my husband, he said that's completely unrealistic. Of course she'll try again. She actually likes the emotional response she gets from you. She's like, ooh, something happened, I'll do it again. She still needs to learn right from wrong, and in her mind that was completely fun, and I wasn't very aggressive at all, so she thought maybe it's a game she can do again. So my no hasn't really meant the world to her yet. I've also heard this interesting with nannies or even her at daycare, say when they say no, she listens to them straight away, whereas with me, I guess there's this emotional pull and tug. I'm always the safe place where no matter what happens, even if she reacts wrongly, I've always scooped her up. So with me, she's learned there's also so much grace, and there's also always comfort when I want comfort. So whereas other people might just be like, nope, you can sit over there for a little while, and she's like, okay. Whereas I'm just not as strict. So I think I still have to work on my no being no. But my expectation was that no, I won't do that anymore. But what it leads to, having unhealthy expectations can really trap our minds. They're almost like walls. I'm always seeing this picture in my mind like a fortress, and it's not good to live like that. We're meant to live with open boundaries, open hearts. But I always feel when I set unrealistic expectations, I set a wall between myself and that person, even my little girl. Unemotional, I'm like upset easily when she doesn't meet my expectation. And when people tell me your high expectations are too high, I had to learn this from a parenting coach, that Noelle's attention span is maximal 2 minutes. I'm like, really? Because I got frustrated when she didn't want to finish a book. She always wanted to start a book and toss it away and start a new book. And I was like, oh no, and I wanted her to finish a book because I love starting and finishing things. And she wouldn't finish a book, and my parenting coach said, just enjoy her, enjoy the book, no matter how many pages she enjoys. Instill in her that desire for reading books. It doesn't matter at all if you finish the story. You don't even have to read the story, maybe just talk about the pictures. Instill the love in her for sitting down with mommy and this book, because that means story time, no matter what we achieve or not. Yes, she was saying, let everything go, let all expectations go. And I've become a lot freer since. And even now, at the markets, when she had a meltdown, a few people were staring at me, that has to be okay. I have to give myself a break. She's not even 2. She's 20 months. I should give myself a grace period, for the next, I don't know, there's no right time to say then they should have really, really good behavior in public. But although we've been over this for 1,000 times, it's still okay that she doesn't do it, because she's learning to work, to fit into this world. She's a complete stranger to this world. She needs to learn every little behavior from the start, and one scenario does not translate completely to the next. She needs to learn the same lesson in this scenario, the same lesson in this scenario. So I had this expectation of her that she needs to know that when her mommy says no, it means no. But for her, a no at the park is different to the no at home, and so it's a huge learning time, and we just need love and grace. So I don't want to live with these expectations that separate me from me and the other person. And even with finding friends, I'm very honest about this. I find it hard to find friends. I always think people might respond the same way as I do. Like, I'm very open. I really love having guests. And when I had someone over, I'm always hoping to be invited to their place, and then it might not happen. And I thought our catch up went really well, and maybe I'm not invited back. So I can get upset, and I can take that personal. I can be like, oh, what have I done wrong? And it might just be that that person wants me over, but just got really busy, got really distracted. There was one friend, I found out much later that they had what was it? It was like a new house, but they had a rodent problem in the house, and they were so embarrassed to have a guest over. If a mouse ran past, and I wouldn't even have cared. I think mice are really cute. But they were so embarrassed, and they couldn't get on top of this problem, and I thought she didn't want to invite me over. And so expectations can really, really separate us from people, and my learning curve is to lower my expectations and be surprised and see how a healthy relationship transforms. So me between my daughter and me, I think it's my challenge to let it all go and see her for who she really is, and understanding that I'm her strong support. I'm her safety. In German we say Ruhepol. I really like that word. It's called peace pole, like North Pole, like it's in the center. Peace pole, Ruhepol. So that's what I want to be for Noelle in those times where she feels wobbly. So I often think how sad, like she feels wobbly and is reaching out to me, and all I'm doing is projecting my expectations onto her, and I'm like, I've done wrong to her. I need to really apologize and become more mindful in the moment. So I hope this means something to you. Learning this has been a huge deal for me, and I really wanted to share that with you, because it's so good to learn from each other rather than stumbling through life and doing the same mistakes as other people. But maybe we should just talk about them more. So happy to open the conversation. My favorite quote is, speak courage to your mind and peace to your heart. Love you. Bye.